right.
Moving in. It's the finals, baby. We've arrived. It's the best of 5. So, final bit of StarCraft 2 here for today. It's been one hell of a ride so far, and these are the 2 players that managed to get themselves on top of the bracket, on top of the round robin group. In the bottom left side, the Terran player just barely squeezing himself in here. He's the red Terran from Team Envy, MARU.
And his opponent playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. He is the blue phenom who has been crushing it today. It is dark. The night is dark and full of terrors, and when it's talking about those terrors, it's talking about this guy up here.
Man, he has been doing so well today. It has been nuts. It has been, like, just a treat to see him do this well again. I wonder how his injury is doing. Maybe, like, his injury overall is just kind of, like, getting better, right? That would make sense if he's starting to play better. He's had quite a while to start to recover, right? Because it really started to bug him a lot at the start of 2020. And that was kind of when the decline happened. So maybe he's been looking out for himself. He's been improving steadily. And here he is today, just shining through like the good old Dark that we all know and love. So,
indeed, I mean, like, I wasn't really expecting him to make such a dynamic comeback this year, so late into it, but it's just fantastic to see him go up against these players that he has had trouble with, because the last time he faced Bjorn, it was an absolute stomp. The last time he faced Maru, I think it was a pretty big stomp as well, and he even lost a game to M. Canning. I'm not saying anything bad about M. Canning. I love the guy, but he should not be losing to M. Canning.
You saw it with such despise, just like, oh, M. Canning. Can't believe
that
it.
M. Canning guy.
Oh well. Yeah, M. Canning's been playing a lot better recently as well, right? So, it's pretty cool. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
Overlords on the run here. Will he get away?
Oh no, it's the world's slowest car chase. I did not just diss the can, Riverside. I love the can.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put Prince Albert in the can. Yeah, that one. I don't know what that means, so I probably just made that really dirty.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So a Prince Albert's, that is, well, I don't know if I want to say this on stream.
Yeah, don't say it on stream. We have kids watching.
And then putting it into the can. That is, oh my. All right.
God. I just remember that from an old TV show as a kid. So.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Did you Google it? Or you may not want to repeat that sentence too many times out of context. That is. All right. So anyway,
it's tobacco. That's all. That's not too bad.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's right. Okay. So Roach Warren here on the way for Dark again, right? So back to his old ways.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely likes those roaches quite a bit. Maru does have a blind counter here with that Banshee going down, so that's going to help him out a bit. But the thing is, if Dark can kind of overpower Maru early on, he's not really going to have the production because he's gone so heavily into the Banshee. Just getting that cloak, the Banshee in the way. There's no siege tanks out either, so good little timing for him.
Sorry, I'm still laughing.
Okay. Innocent passer doesn't know life.
It was such. Okay. No, we're good. Banshees. Banshees should be a good response here against the roaches, especially because the roaches here are getting scouted. Should be a good time here for Mr. MARU, I suppose, as long as he doesn't get biled to death. Nicely dodging away there. No repair on top of the supply depot here, so that could become a bit troublesome. with the SCVs coming in. He does have a couple of Hellions on the high ground. Looks like he should be okay overall here.
Oh. Yeah, MARU's a little bit supply block right now, so that is going to hurt quite a bit. And, I mean, he does sacrifice the low ground a bit, but the SCVs are now going to be pulled. He's going to try and hold on. 6 of them already going down. Dark needs a little bit more damage to make this worth it.
Nope. Trying to get the command center. Yeah, that is a force cancel. That's pretty good, but is that enough for all of this? I don't think it is. Needs to get more SCVs killed off right now.
Yeah, I mean, he got 13, but that's really not the kind of thing that you want. You want a lot more than that, I feel. Just because you did commit so heavily, you've delayed your economy so hard to make it work. Yeah, here we go. MARU going to be going for a little bit of a counter attack here. And, yeah. The Banshee's going to help out as well.
Nice
picking off a lot of Overlords. There you go.
Yeah, a couple more SCVs going down here. That's a good sign, right? Dark kind of keeping himself in this way. He's managed to get a 20 worker lead here now by just going ham on the worker production. So, yeah. You know what? I'm starting to like his position here now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, from here, I don't know how much more effective you can really be with the roaches, and it looks like he's going to be sticking on them for quite a bit of time. I feel like he just kind of needs them defensively for the next minute or so before he does need to transition out, because they're just really losing that utility once that +1 upgrade starts to clean up for MARU. We do have a small drop as well with those Banshees coming in. So he's going to one-shot these drones.
Trying to get the extractor here as well. And
interesting.
Okay.
I feel like that's the big telltale sign that a player's not really paying attention to his units, is when they're just attacking the extractor. That's like the one thing that they attack the most. I'm wondering if it actually has a higher like priority rate over the other units in the code.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Spore Crawler in a good position there, right? So it's like, you know, if you get it, it's pretty good because it delays the income of the gas. It's basically also a drone kill. Actually, it's kind of like 2 drone kills, right? Because you kill the drone that was making it, and another drone has to be sacrificed to make the next one. So if you do get it, it's okay. But yeah, I think you're right. Usually there's better value, higher value targets elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, even if you wanted to dive in, you could have gotten out on the other side and headed towards the natural, especially since the Queens were a little bit out of position. MARU not paying attention. He's going to lose quite a few of those Marines as well before having to pick up. And, I mean, from here, we see Dark going up to the late game once again. He's got the Hive on the way, as you kind of do a little bit quicker once you decide to go for Roach Hydra. Interesting.
Yeah, we don't see Roach Hydra all that often anymore, right? It's usually, if you do want to go for the Hydralisk, you go for the Ling Baneling. But, yeah, Dark kind of just playing to the rhythm of his own drum, and that's what he's doing here again. Just going for those, going for the Roaches, and then straight into the Hydras afterwards. So, you know, it helps out with the upgrades, right? On that department, it kind of makes sense to do it like this. Ooh, just barely not getting that hatchery there, or forcing the cancel at least.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, looking at this, Dark's still only on 3 bases, by the way. So, MARU, does he have a 4th? He does not. So he's actually equal on the base count, which is never where you want to be. And Dark actually supply block because he keeps losing these Overseers.
Hive stack already in production here. Yeah, I mean, Dark, it's an interesting way of playing this, and right now, I mean, I can kind of see how he's making it work, right? Why he's going continuously for this Roach type of play. It is seemingly working out very well for him. And it does have this idea overall, just with the upgrades going straight into the lurkers afterwards.
Yeah, and
Still,
I
but,
think that's yeah, and I think that's kind of what he's going for with that. Like, that's really the only time you can kind of justify roaches in the later stages. Um, is just when you're getting those hydralisks in the back. It gives you a good foundation because the roaches will just buffer for the high DPS hydras in the back. But we do see MARU kind of jumping around between these bases. Again, getting the overlords. He is literally an overlord sniper this game. May not seem like a big deal, but
can be
it adds
quite
up.
frustrating, yeah, for Dark. It's gonna have to make more overlords here. Get back to 200 supply potential. Okay, MARU now starting to get aggressive here. The Biles will be able to take care of one of the siege tanks, but still a scary moment here for Dark. Again, going for the quick burrow upgrades here for the Ravagers, or sorry, the Lurkers. So, yeah, they will be burrowing rather quickly, but again, defensively, I feel like it's just better to have the range a little bit quicker, right? Now, the siege tanks, look at how much they outrange those lurkers. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, a couple of good pulls here. Still going to get some nice pot shots off, and that's kind of a big deal. It's taken out quite a bit. And actually, there's not that much anti-air. I think he actually morphed all the Hydras into lurkers, so those Banshees are actually going to have free reign of the sky when those queens aren't in production. Nice Viper snipe. No.
Yeah, managed to pull
he
away
just
there.
Sacrificed a lot.
A good pull away there from Dark, really, right? That micro on those Vipers, very clutch. Just barely being able to save one of them. But, yeah, he's doing a good job here maintaining MARU on his side of the map right now. Kind of in the middle, to be fair. But still, I mean, MARU, a while ago, he was in front of that 4th base. And he didn't manage to achieve anything. He didn't manage to achieve anything and even lost a bit more than he probably had bargained for. Do we no longer have Hydras in this composition? Is it just pure Lurkers now? There's one single Hydralisk.
One Hydralisk. He's a late bloomer, so, you know, just give him time.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's funny, right? It almost makes a point for having maybe a couple of extra starboards, and then just whenever it seems like the Hydra count is getting low, just start making a couple of, well, maybe even battle cruisers, but something like that, right? Well, maybe not battle cruisers because of the Viper. Yeah. Yoink. That would be... But some Banshees, right, with speed, wouldn't be too bad in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, speed Banshees would be fantastic for the pickoffs. And I mean, MARU doing a really good job of kind of playing around these... I'm loving this little mind game that he's doing right now. He was pretending to go towards the main base, so the Lurkers reposition. Unfortunately, Dark did find out again. But, yeah, now... MARU just all over the place, and it's really fun to see him kind of jump between these two locations. But he does need to get a little bit more done. Parasitic Bomb is going to take down one of those medevacs right away.
The Lurkers here on the left side as well. I mean, the Spine Crawlers did get taken care of, so maybe a bit of an opening here for the next time. But yeah, those two medevacs, ooh, they are low. Oof. Not allowed to go anywhere anymore, but except for the SCV line, try to get themselves repaired.
Oh, yeah, maybe even just drop a mule or something. You know, Dark, he's maxed out now. He's starting to build up that really scary bank. We don't see a transition just yet. He has been sticking with Ling Lurker for a majority of the day. He doesn't have a Bailey Nest? He's only just now getting one?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been playing Roach Hydra, right? So, well, I guess Zergling's there as well, but yeah. I guess he just doesn't need it. Going for the Lurkers a lot quicker that way, and we'll be able to utilize that as a splash damage. We're going to take out the Rogues. There's more and more Ghosts here coming up for MARU. He's aiming to try and take out those Lurkers that way.
Yeah, he needs to get those snipes. That's going to be the big kind of linchpin here. How safe can you keep those snipes? And, I mean, the creep's doing really well as well. It's right on top of MARU's 3rd base almost. Gets a couple more pickoffs. Parasitic Bomb on everything, so those will fall as well. Keep in mind that those areas are no-go even after the deaths. But yeah, I feel like Maru does need to kind of do something soon. He's been playing it very turtly, very defensive, but I don't know if he can do it in this one. He hasn't done enough to kind of justify doing so.
Well, I mean, what kind of army do you need to try and combat this, right? I mean, he still has, let's see, 16 Marines. It's not that many. He's got 13 siege tanks, 9 ghosts. It's, yeah, I mean, he's starting to get there with a really anti-roach and anti-lurker army. I think you may be right. He is starting to get there, but it's still terrifying. I mean, you look at the overall units that are available here for Maru, and it just doesn't look like that much in comparison to what we've got going for Dark here.
It's not a pushing army, that's for dang sure. Another parasitic bomb. That is a pretty expensive thing to go for. But yeah, it's cleaning up these drops pretty efficiently here. And don't worry, guys, he did not forget Adrenal Glands this time.
that is good. They take him a long time, though, again, to get that Adrenal Glands, but I suppose he was less heavily relying on top of the Zerglings, right? This time he went for the Roaches, Hydras, Lurkers, instead of just Lingbane pretty much purely, so it's still a very good thing that he doesn't forget about it entirely, but
yeah, but I mean, he hasn't really been on top of the building, so that's one of the reasons he hasn't seen it. Some huge shots from those siege tanks. He does get 2 of them taken down as the Lurkers reposition, but oh no, this is not the engagement that you want to take as Dark. He will start to get a couple of those ghosts, but the Lurker is just able to help the retreat.
Or actually sniping away the Overseers here, so now the Ghost cloaking in and coming forward. Not really anything you can do as Dark anymore to really respond to this. 126 links in production right now. He's going back to his old ways. He's like, you know what, if this isn't working, let me just go back to Ling Baneling. It's always worked out for me.
I heard you like lings, so I put a ling in your ling.
It's a good workout this time around as well, I suppose. Ooh, oh wow, that's a perfectly timed. Thought like, oh, you know what, there's nukes on the way, right? Better put up a camera location hotkey, and instantly as I do that, there is that nuke shooting up in the sky. Ooh, all right, well, not getting anything. Just still like the explosion though. Let's get the base on the left side with the distraction.
Yeah, nice snipe right there, but he's just going to sacrifice these units. He might just be trading those out so that he can get something a little bit more useful. And yeah, there you go. 3 siege tanks, 4 ghosts.
Sorry, 87 banelings.
Oh my god. Inu says that this is the you attack first meta.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, the defensive player definitely has a bit of an advantage here. To be fair, there are moments where there are openings like this one. There we go. Planetary Fortress gets taken out. All the Banelings here just rolling on through, looking for more SCVs. Another base perhaps as well. 25 of them go down. Okay, Ghosts are coming in to retaliate as well, though. We'll be able to take out some of the more valuable units of Dark.
At what cost was that attack?
It definitely was quite a bit.
That was absolutely insane. He had 87 Banelings. Now he has 0. It didn't really even get that good of engagement there because, I mean, his bank is gone. It's finished. It's kaput. So, oh, and I see why. Because he's making 19 Lurkers. Okay.
Interesting. There are 18 siege tanks though on the field and 15 ghosts. So, is that the army composition you need to go for here? I'm not entirely convinced, but you know what? The siege tanks, they are quite heavily spread out, right? Oh, they are quite heavily focused on this location. Oh, here we go. Maru coming in with ghosts from a lot of angles. The Overseers here. Okay, no, ghost on the right side immediately just kind of dealt with. The Vikings
they're not being able to get their snipes off because the range is so good on the Lurkers. He's going to have to cloak up, and finally he will start to get some off. I do like Maru's position still. I still think he has the potential to win this pretty quickly, pretty soon here, but oh my goodness. These guys are not taking the fights that they need at all.
Maru's work accounts here starting to look a little bit troublesome as well. I suppose he doesn't have that many bases anymore to mine from. Neither does Dark, though, right? He is going to run dry a bit sooner here, I believe. Although, actually, maybe because of the mules here, actually. Maybe MARU. MARU may actually mine out quicker than the Zerg player here.
Indeed, indeed. MARU has had the unit advantage quite a bit. I'm taking a look at that army size, and it has been a little red line. As we do see Dark going to get a little bit more done, but that siege tank line is pretty strong. Although he will lose quite a few of those tanks. As we see the lurkers burrowing up over here, the Ghosts not able to get their snipes off. 11 more workers are starting to fall. A couple of snipes gonna go down, but I don't know. I feel like Dark is just expending way too much in these attacks. I like the transition, though, into Infestors. Although that's too many Infestors.
Oh my. Oh my, look at the units lost tab right now. That is telling a story, isn't it?
Holy cow, 28k on the dot.
I mean, Dark wants to deny bases, but so far MARU's been pretty adamant about maintaining the base counts quite equally to the one of Dark here, even being able to destroy one of his own bases, and there we go, Dark now on the back foot of things. Struggling a little bit.
Indeed, even oversaturating a lot of these bases. And I mean, did he actually get the Infestor upgrade? He didn't, so he has to wait for a fungal to prepare, so he needs to buy himself some time. Looks like MARU, though, is going to give it to him because, you know, it's really Dark's position where he, when he decides to move out, since this is kind of a never attack strategy.
Yeah, true.
I wonder if we should tell Dark that they don't have infested Terrans anymore. So making this many infestors is a little bit wasteful.
Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, Fungal's pretty good, Neural's pretty good, but will it help out in a situation like this? I don't think so. I mean, he doesn't even have Neural for the siege tanks. Maybe that would give him a bit of an upper hand. It did work out the previous time he played on Oxide, right?
Indeed. I kind of just feel like Dark is committing way too heavily to like one chain of his tech tree here, not really utilizing all the tools that he has. We do see a little bit of a transition. We'll probably see that Greater Spire coming up as MARU gonna get fungled all day.
That is quite something.
Yeah. He still has a good position here, though. He can really keep this base pushed back.
Passer, could you take charge for just a quick moment here? I'll have to be right back for a quick second.
Okie doke.
All right, I'm on the camera. It will be okay.
Okay, so taking a look at this, we've got the Infestors in the back. They are just waiting for their chance to strike. And the thing about those Fungals is that they're very good for shutting down these Ghosts. A couple of nice EMPs. Going to take down some of them, but the Bane is going to roll in here, not get enough of those Ghosts at all. That's the problem with the healing energy right now, and these Fungals not doing it fast enough, so he's going to lose quite a bit of those. Only 36 links in the production tab as well. So Dark just really starting to get cleaned up there, and GG is called. And now Kozan actually is not back, so we have to give him just a second. As we sit here on this victory screen, he is the one running the stream. So, yeah, that was a beautiful play by MARU. He just really is good at baiting his opponents into these situations where they can't really engage in.
Right, nice.
Okay. Yeah, you missed it. MARU won.
MARU won. Yeah, it was looking pretty juicy for him there, right? Especially with that resources lost tab. Quite something.
Oh yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. It was just a little sigh, really. Just, But so good. I still bless you as well, Petzer. Bless you.
Aw, thanks, Bay.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. Light shade. No seconds to waste here. Of course, these guys, it's starting to get quite late for them, so probably don't want to wait around too much. I mean, it's their own fault, kind of, in a way, for making the other matches go so long, so...
Yeah, you know, how dare they try and actually win the game instead of trying to play a fast one. I swear, the nerve of these guys.
They just don't know. They just don't know what is right for them.
Oh, Captain Britannian. I want you to look up Beastie Cutie, because one thing Beastie Cutie did was he, as a Zerg player, nuked his opponent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite something.
Like an actual nuke.
That is quite something indeed. Alright, well, anyway. 1 point on the board. The Red Terran player here from Team NV. MARU.
And his opponent down here in the bottom, Dragon Phoenix Gaming. He is dark.
It's his own picture, isn't it?
I like... Yeah, that's one of those WCS ones. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I love how you're rotating around trying to find it.
Yeah, I'm just following it, you know. Is it synced up for you as well? Does it show that it's... I don't know if that's synced up. Anyway, alright.
Alright, we saw it. And yeah, actually, Dark did do something in the chat that Captain Britannian was asking for. He feedbacked the High Templars right before he microbial shrouded them.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was so good. Just neural a High Templar. Feedback, just like that. Oh, so good.
Oh man, you know what? That reminds me of the Brood War Defiler, just the dark shroud.
Yeah. Dark shroud. Microbial shroud. Dark shroud.
Plague-oo.
Oh, it was so good though. I think that was still the best series so far today. Dark versus Stats. That was nuts.
Indeed. And you know what? MARU has seen that it is the spawning pool first. So this is going to come down to he needs to throw down that bunker because he knows that there is a good possibility, which by the way there is, going to be some roaches on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he did this the previous time as well in Lightshade, right? He went for quite the aggressive roach play.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it was versus Bjorn, was it? Versus Bjorn? Yeah, versus Bjorn. And then, you know, he was in the top left side. Bjorn was on the bottom right side. Bjorn didn't go for any scouting. MARU will go for that Reaper here, so maybe he's going to have a bit of a quicker update or a heads up as to what is happening here. But this Reaper's already being pushed backwards, so it's not looking all that great. Although he did see there's no drones on the natural, right? Which already should give you a bit of a heads up here. Should already be like, alright, I need to make sure that there's no roaches coming in. And there we go, that is those roaches.
Yeah, and looking at this, these lings don't have speed on them, so they're not going to be as useful. MARU already throwing down the bunker on the low ground, which is absolutely fantastic for him. And like you said, that's scouting information. This is why you scout, kids. Stay in school. Scout your opponent.
Yeah, staying in school is kind of like scouting the job markets in a way. That is.
Oh, don't remind me. I've been unemployed for months.
There we go.
But yeah, here we go.
Micro gonna help out a bit, but that bunker is still gonna go down. I like this microing forwards, actually further away, removing those aggressive units of the Zerg from the back line, but Dark will not fall for it. Reaper trying his best to micro as much as possible, is still alive here, but Zergling's hot on his tail. A couple of more Zerglings come in. We'll be able to get that Cyclone on the high ground here. Still being able to get... almost getting that Ravager. How much HP is that? 3 HP.
Oh, nice. Now, these roaches, if he can keep them alive, that is, he can actually like morph those into more Ravagers, which is kind of the big secret here. Dead units equal free units. But I mean, behind this, he is droning up, so he does feel like he's gotten about the majority of the damage that he can do, but he has slowed his economy down so long that I think MARU just wants to go for a bit of a counterattack, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's always the threat, right? As a Zerg player, if you try to catch up with your drone count, so you go heavily onto the drones right now, a counterattack suddenly, as you said, can be quite powerful. Or you try to go a little bit for the in-between to try and stop a counterattack from occurring, and then all of a sudden it turns out your opponent didn't go for a counterattack, and now you're just behind on economy for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dark just needs to keep his eye on what his opponent is doing. He's got a lot of Zerglings to work with. He's even making more Zerglings right now. He's just gonna go in here. Yes, he is. This is quite a significant force, actually. Is it going to be enough? I think it may be, actually. He's definitely getting a lot of kills once again and shutting down mining operations on the natural once again.
Yeah, MARU did make that swap in the Hellions, which is fantastic for him, and the wall at the top will help out a lot since there are no Banelings with this composition. But yeah, this is just really scary for Dark because he smelt that blood in the water and he thinks that he can break through, but if he can't do it right now, then this game is pretty much over and a GG will be called, putting MARU on match point.
I feel like this is so smart from Dark. Going in with the Roaches and the Ravagers first, that forces your Terran opponent to, as quickly as possible, get your factory on attack lab, right? What does that mean? That means there's no Hellions. You come in afterwards with a bunch of links afterwards, and you just punish the lack of Hellions right then and there, and that's exactly what he's done right here.
He made it in.
And yeah, now I feel like this could just be the end of things here. I mean, that Simpack is going to be completed, but it doesn't matter if all your SCVs are just dead. Well, the Hellions are still putting up quite a bit of a fight here, but man, this was that one hell of a show from Dark. I'm fairly certain with the call out we're going to have a tied up series here. 14 workers versus 38 right now.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen players come back from less, but I feel like Dark shouldn't really be droning up behind this. I feel like he should just be closing it out. The only good thing for MARU right now is he does have that third base.
Yes, 3 times the amount of workers. 3 times!
Yeah, this is not good at all, and you can kind of see Dark realizing, you know what? I can just kill you now. I'm not going to waste any more time in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the starports as well with the tech lab on top of it, so I would be greatly surprised if he doesn't throw down a couple of spore crawlers here, right? That is one of the ways he could still lose this. But we're not even seeing, I think, oh no, we did see one Banshee, and now straight into a Raven, but one Banshee, I mean, without Cloak, the Queens should be able to deal with that on their own. Oh.
Indeed. Nice Raven, too.
Yeah, Raven, you know, Spellcast is always one of those units that have the potential to make a game turn around again, right? Energy, always one of those resources that just keeps building up and has the potential to get insane amounts of value, so it's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's the big thing for him right now. He needs anything that he can get value from. He's starting to recover a little bit, but still, half the worker count. That is an insurmountable odd against Dark, who's not going to give you any room to regrow here, as we see 18 more lings on the production tab. The Hellions getting caught out in the middle of the map as well, so he's going to have to send those home to repair.
Lair attack on the way here as well.
It's just not looking good for our red Terran player.
Yep, he's in trouble. Surprised he's still in this game, really. That is what I'm surprised about. Maybe he just wants to... Yeah, maybe he just wants to tire out Dark here a little bit more so. Dark a bit older, of course, gonna feel the hurt of staying up late a bit more so.
Yeah, he's just waiting for bedtime, because the second that bedtime hits, Dark is gonna deactivate like a droid in Star Wars Episode 1.
Yep.
Very specific reference.
I can go all night, old man, that's right! Oh.
I could do this all day. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, Dark gonna double expand here. He's getting the macro hatch in the main base as well. The Baneley nest is gonna finish up. And while Maru does have some upgrades, I don't think Dark really should give him any more room here to breathe. It's like playing with your food.
Yeah, it's interesting where he's taking this as well, right? He's getting the infestation pit. He's just starting to get up to a very late game situation. It's him just kind of being like, alright, went ahead, get further ahead. But at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's giving Maru a bit too much room to work with. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, really. It's always scary just letting Maru do his thing, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, even looking at this, Dark has +2 upgrades on the way. He will be going up to Hive here pretty soon. I mean, Maru just not really finding any damage whatsoever. Siege tank's even going to fall like that, so this position just really shut down hard.
I think that's 2 siege tanks, a couple of marines. It's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's alright.
Yeah, he can afford it, really.
No.
That's kind of the big thing. Yeah, the Baneling's just going to zone them out as well. And once you lift up and there's lings underneath you, that's when you really have that problem.
Already a couple of queens there. Will not try to commit to this location. It's just going to move backwards. More harassment tools on the top side of the map as well. Maru really pulling all the stops right here to try and get himself back into a winnable position, but it is rough. It is just straight up incredibly rough. Hive attack on the way. No longer will we have that layer attack.
We will have the much better Hive tech.
Exactly.
Okay, now chat, we have to have a little bit of a competition here. When is he gonna put down adrenal glands? We're never gonna let him live that down.
Oh, I hope he does it before even a 3-3, honestly. I think it's more important than 3-3.
Oh yeah, like that's kind of the I think they call it the crackling update.
There it is. Lovely.
There it is.
Thank you, Mr. Dark. That would be quite a throw. Imagine losing this now again because he didn't get adrenal. Oh, that'd be rough.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
You know, Dark, he's positioned pretty well. He's got plenty of units to kind of stop these drops. He's on 88 workers to 66.
Yep.
Maru, you're about three workers from a meme.
Just keep making them, Maru. Just keep making. You'll get there one day.
And about 15 minutes from actually being in a position where you can win this game.
The base count here for Dark also looking pretty smooth. He's got Ultralisk Kevin already down as well. Needs to start those upgrades though, of course. Don't forget more upgrades here, please, Dark. It's kind of funky how he's playing so incredibly well, and I'm just continuously going on about like I'm so happy he's playing so well, and then at the same time it's just like, oh well, I can't believe he forgot adrenal glands. It's like,
yeah,
what an idiot. What an idiot.
Man, I even know to get adrenal glands in 15 minutes.
I never forget my adrenal glands unless if I, you know, forget about it, but you know. Out of the question.
I mean, Maru, yeah, I mean, he's got a small little feint attack here at the bottom, just to pull away a bunch of those lings. But the main attack is still gonna get crowded at the top with those Banes hanging out. Ooh,
Vipers,
get a Viper.
careful.
Okay, nice pick off right there. Has to be careful though, because those parasitic bombs are just gonna make it so that you can't really engage any further. And looks like we have a little friend about to visit here in just a second. Our friendly Misclick Swarm host.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there he is. Hello, sir. He looks pretty today, doesn't he?
I like that Dark uses the skins. We don't really see that enough with the Korean players.
Is Maru using skins? Maru's using skins.
Yeah, but I mean they're Terran skins. They're not as good.
Ah, that's true. That's true. I think the Protoss skins are some of the better ones. There's some really cool Zerg ones as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's weird though when they mix them all together. Like, you know, there's like multiple skins right here already that we're seeing. Feels awkward.
Yeah, and you know what? We've got multiple units
oh.
here. Oh, huge Widowmine connections. Actually going to help Maru quite a bit in that fight. Dark dropping in supply, but he still has quite a few left. The Baneling count is still relatively high. We do have a small drop, taking out 11 workers in the back, but all of these SCVs going to start falling. And does Maru actually have enough to clean this up?
Steven the Swarm host right here as well, working its magic.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm helping.
I can tank the Widowmine shots here, guys. Don't you worry. Right, the drop has been dealt with as well. 21 workers go down. I mean, it's just one of the weird battles, right? If anyone is gonna analyze this game right here, it's gonna come down to, all right, well, Maru was dead within the first couple of waves of attack here of Dark, and now, you know, he's trying his best, but it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Oh, nice burrow there. Good split as well on those drones, though. Jeez, look at that. Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, it does delay mining for a little bit, and he still does get 3 of them, but, I mean, who cares? You literally just put him below 90, and I don't think he cares at all. He's maxed out again. He's got 3,000 minerals in the bank. He's making 19 banelings, which I think right now is more... there are less Marines than banelings out again.
Let's take a look. 15 versus 24. Yeah, you're right. And 15 more on the way. It's 24 more banelings than there's Marines right now. Let's just sit back, relax, and watch the show of banelings and zerglings running through. GG is called. Dark takes game number 2. Ties it up.
This is this is shaping up to be a pretty good series. It still has a lot to answer for in those last couple of series before we can call it the best, though.
Yeah. I mean, we've had so many great series here today, honestly. And you know what? I think one of the highlights here really is just how well Dark is playing overall. I've been talking about it continuously, but yeah, I would love to see Dark do well in the finals here as well. I wouldn't mind if he doesn't win as much. That I'm gonna be okay with that, but I just don't want him to get crushed here by Maru, right? So I would love it. I would love it if they have a bit of a macro game where somebody doesn't get a very big advantage right off the bat, and then Dark manages to win that one. That's what I want to see here. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm hoping for it too, you know. And oh my goodness, these players. I don't know how they could do it. I get bored after like 4 games.
Really? Oof. Short ladder sessions. I don't know. I mean, they are quite the capable players. Anyway, tied up. Here we go. Loading in. Top right side, the red Terran player fighting for Team Envy. Looks like he has had a bit of enough here. Maybe, perhaps, looking to shorten this overall best of 5. He is MARU.
And his opponent down here in the bottom for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. He is rising like the Phoenix. He is Dark.
Your Dark Phoenix, wasn't that an X-Men thing?
Yeah, it was that really bad X-Men movie. That was like last year, I think.
Is any X-Men movie really bad? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't really. Can't tell you.
I don't think they're too bad, honestly, myself. I think they're all right. You know, it's nothing spectacular. It's nothing like, oh, wow, it's the best stuff I've ever seen. No, probably not. Do I remember a lot of it? No, not really. Not really.
Oh,
But
did
I do like
he
it.
miss the scout?
Yeah, he did. He moved away. That is
Oh,
about
no,
from
no,
here
no.
to here. That is the distance right there. The extra distance you needed to fly to figure this out.
Tiny pixels.
So yeah, I mean, double Rex though, no triple Rex. Coming in
Okay,
with
so a
the
little bit
SUVs.
less committed, but you know, still has the
Oh.
potential to do quite a bit of work.
Oh.
And one thing you want to wait for is to make sure that your opponent can't cancel the natural. So this is actually the perfect timing because you
Yeah.
can't see it. Unfortunately, Dark also is kind of scouting around for it. Doesn't have an Overlord in position.
Exactly, yeah, not having the Overlords here is absolutely massive. Alright, there we go. Now figuring it out, but the drones are in position. He's going to have to make spine crawlers here. That's the one way out of this, I think. Or just send in all the drones. The drone brigade. That is going to be the solution here, perhaps. Oh, but I like the positioning here for MARU as well. We'll be able to get into the bunker. No problem. The drone's just trying to chase down any Marine that is still left standing. Trying to get out of the barracks here. This is a weird little bit of micro that we're seeing. Good targeting.
I think Dark might be throwing this one a little bit, not on purpose, but that is so much lost mining time. He's only got 167. And I mean, how is he really supposed to recover from this?
Well, he has a second base, right? MARU doesn't. He didn't get the
That's
spine
true.
crawler completed, so that is rough. He will be able to get rid of this bunker, but he's losing a lot of drones here. On top of not having that much mining. I mean, he lives. He lives.
He does live.
Very well. I don't think so. Bit of a troublesome time, but I mean, MARU. What does MARU have at home? Only now putting down that command center. He will
He's
have
still-
a reactor factory with a starport there as well, but that is going to get scouted.
He still has the potential for some Hellions, which would be pretty nice. But yeah, he's going to have to play this really well because a lot of his economy isn't going to be producing for a long time.
Very true. Very true. So yeah, weird opening here. MARU not getting exactly what he was looking for, most likely, but
Watch this be the longest game.
watch it happen. Yeah, it could be. Could be 40 minutes coming up here, guys.
I feel like in these situations, you either win the game outright, or you have to go into the extreme late game where there's nothing left. But
Oh,
yeah, I
let's
mean,
wait and see.
right now he's getting his second base.
Barrick's kind of scouting around, realizing that there's not an all-in coming in, so knows that he's kind of free to be a bit greedy here. Get his Hellions across the map, right? He doesn't have to keep them back at home in fear of a sudden swell of circlings coming through.
Indeed, indeed, and I like that he's just going to go straight for the main base as well. That's going to be a pretty nice pickoff for him there. Queens are in an okay position, but look at this. He's actually going to go for Hellbats behind this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, quite something. Together with the Banshees as well. Needs to keep these Hellions alive, though, I would say, right? If you want to go for Hellbats after this. Only gets one of them out of there.
Okay, little sloppy by MARU, I gotta say.
Not the cleanest damage I've ever seen, yeah, that's for sure. Wonder
Yeah,
if
so his next attack is going to be a little bit weakened by that. He's not going to have as many Hellions. The Banshee not going to be doing as well as you would think. And even now, Dark just going to be pushing in here. He's going to try and get a little bit of damage. But, you know, here we go. This is really MARU's time to start moving out. Did Dark see the armory?
I don't think so. No, he did.
No, he did not.
He did not. So, yeah. Could be rough. Could be rough. We don't have a Baneling Nest yet. We basically have just Queens and Zerglings ready for this defense right now. And MARU MARU, he is looking like he will be pushing across here momentarily. Filling up the Marines into the medevac. A little bit of a Ling run by here, once again situated. This is something Dark has done consistently, especially against Hellbat pushes. I'm not quite sure how he knows it's going to be another Hellbat push, but somehow he does, and this is what he likes to do against it. There's 2 Hellions back at home, though. That is a massive thing right here. Already kind of counteracting anything those Zerglings could potentially get done. And they're moving back across the field.
You go going straight for the 4th base. No roaches, so it's just going to be these queens and plenty of transfuse energy. The Banshee's going to be trying to get a little bit of work done too. The run by coming back home. He's going to try and focus fire down the queens, which are a big part of this, but the Lings starting to fall as well. So yeah, that was not too bad. It's going to really force Dark to remake a lot of that army if he wants to survive. And oof. Yeah, that was... I don't know if that was the best trade for MARU, but he did get a lot of army damage done.
Yeah, I suppose, but looking at the resources lost tab, it's kind of similar. Not that much of a difference. I don't know. I think Dark kind of got himself into this game again here with that hold.
Ooh, nice Banshee kills though.
Yeah, losing some drones, but you know, actually, that was pretty good here. He's got a 3rd base as well.
It's 45 to 50, so it's not that bad. He should be mining off that 3rd base pretty soon, and I think one of the big things as Terran is one of the things you love to do is just when you're putting down your 3rd base, you also go for some sort of aggression, just so you can kind of keep yourself a lot more safe. I think Terran, it's most important to do that. So yeah. Nice.
StarCraft 2. Oh, getting the cancel on that base.
Oh. The longer this goes on, the more I'm worried for Dark, actually.
Yeah, with that 3rd base now being established and MARU moving out, I can kind of get behind that statement. It's looking a bit dicey here. We do have a Baneling Nest, but we don't have Baneling Speed. We got a couple of Mutalisks on the way, but they don't do all that swell in the straight-up engagements here that may be occurring. Although, you know what, those Marines, not that plentiful either. So, I think if Dark Gunner gets all his stuff together, he should be able to hold this relatively easily. And
yeah, honestly, the Queen should be enough for this.
There we go. Okay, so he holds on to this location. Doesn't lose any Mutalisk. Oh, wait, of course he loses Mutalisk, just as I say it.
Oh, man, that is classic. But yeah, I mean, he does deflect that a little bit, but it looks like Bjorn does want to kind of keep this aggression going. He's got the reinforcements coming in, and he wants to hit before that muta count gets too big. The missile turret's not done just yet either, though, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue for him. But yeah, does he still have those siege tanks? Did he save them? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them. Losing all the Mutalisk here, pretty much, by the way.
Okay, so yeah.
And yeah, MARU here now once again in this location. Will continue with the push. Is it the right call? It's hard to say. I mean, there's still no Baneling Speed, so I think this is a good opportunity to try and take a fight. May even be able to take out this this base right here. Quite significant that would be, but no, has to pick up. Great surround there with the links from Dark. We'll be able to shut that down. Shooting the extractor. There we go. Ooh, transfuse.
Ooh, hello.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, look at this. MARU is pretty much taking a page out of Yun's book. He's never stopping the aggression. He's never going to give Dark that kind of chance to rest and rebuild. We do see 7 more Mulas on the production tab, but Dark just made a big round of drones as well. And look at that, he's starting to lose the queen, so he can't respread the creep. So this position just gets more and more vulnerable as time goes on.
Yeah. Another important thing here is kind of the upgrades right now.
And I meant MARU, okay? This just looks so much like Bjorn's strategy that I thought it was Bjorn. Okay, sorry, chat. I apparently called Maru Björn.
It's alright, it's alright. It happens to everyone. I mean, I don't think Maru would mind either that much.
Yeah, I think he would see that as a code of armor. A code of honor.
I mean, when they play Arkham mode together, you know, you're gonna be fine saying either or.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a blast. I'm really looking forward to that one. But you know what? I'm still looking forward to this one. Maru still keeping the aggression up. He's got his 4th base down, but that might get canceled by the counterattack. We still don't have Hive, and he does have Burrow. Oh, the wall is down. The wall is down.
Okay, the second wall is still a potential problem here, but it's a lot of SCVs in trouble now. The entire army of Maru running backwards. Mutalisk getting on top of the Widow Mines here. Need to clear the way for the Zerglings, but... Okay, the Zerglings actually still getting in here. The supply depot still down, but look at that positioning on that floor, actually. That is kind of
nice.
funny. That is. Okay, 21 workers still going down in total. That's pretty good here for Dark, I would say. I think Dark got himself in a good position. Now, with that run by.
That was fantastic. The problem is, I don't really know what Dark has back at home for this next big wave, because that just gave Maru a chance to consolidate his forces even more. He did kill the 4th base as well, so Maru's still in a bit of a pinch here. He's got to do something. He can't really afford to stay back. And, oh no!
What is that? What is that attempt? All right. Well, anyway. Also, the Mutalisk here still picking away at the other side. The base, once again, going to get cancelled. That is a base that just continuously gets denied here. It keeps going back and forth. It's like, all right, well, Dark's getting some momentum. And then out of nowhere, suddenly Maru's dead. Again, on the other side of the field, getting that base killed.
Oh,
Mutalisk,
no.
Getting rid of most of the AoE damage. Oh, the Banelings! Oh, the Banelings ignore the SCVs for now. Fair enough, they're kind Banelings, these ones.
Okay, real talk. Maru, you should have just kept this attack going, because you cannot recover from this as easily as you think. Oh, that Thor almost getting the last shot off, too. That would have just decimated the Mutas. I think if he would have just kept the attack going there, he would be able to kind of close out this game a little bit easier. We would be in a base race situation. The reinforcements would have been enough to kind of hold on for him. But here we go. He's got the army supply lead. Dark doesn't really have that many Banelings left. And he's relying on the Mutas, which, by the way, melt to Marines.
They do, but only if the Marines are there to deal with them. And Dark is looking around, trying to find opportunities here. He doesn't have an Overseer for any type of Widow Mine cleaning duties, but well, that is also a quick way to lose Mutalisk, of course.
Maru, why are you on your side of the map, my boy?
Just trying to deal with the Mutalisk, I believe.
I don't really like that move from him, but
there are Banelings. Can't believe they're actually just barely outside. Did he I think he repositioned those Banelings after the scan. He was like, okay, let me unburrow and burrow a little bit further along.
Oh, no.
Okay, he's gonna reburrow here somewhere. No, okay, no, never mind. Oh, Maru's just continuously scanning here now.
It only works once. That is the big thing. You can only make that work once. The Widow Mine's going to do a little bit more damage than good here. The Thor does go down pretty quickly. The Muta Ball is huge. Again, I don't see why he's retreating. There's absolutely nothing on Dark's side of the map, honestly.
Yeah, at least like he's doing right now, he's sending some units back, but it is so difficult to control your units offensively and try not to get shot down by a lot of Banelings when you're not looking at the same time controlling your units against Mutalisk, right? That's the rough thing here for Maru. Overall, he does manage to get this base again, though, right? So, I mean,
so
Dark is on 3 bases.
Yeah, it's 3 base versus 3 base, which does tend to favor the Terran player, but not when those bases are almost mined out. I mean, taking a look at that ink graph, my god. Still in Dark's favor, barely.
Ooh, army supply in favor for Maru, though. I mean, MARU is
Yeah,
trading more efficiently, and if he manages to keep doing that, and keep Dark on 3 bases as well, MARU is going to take this.
Yeah, I think it's kind of Maru's game to lose right now. But yeah, Dark just... I feel like Maru just keeps giving him a little bit too much room to breathe, and now that Mutable is the real danger here, as he's currently got like 30 mutas on the way.
30?
Or out. He's gonna
We'll
have
have
29 after
20,
this. I can't do math.
It's
I
all
went to
good.
public school.
That's alright. They don't teach you math there. That's okay. We all know this. They just teach you counting, don't they? That's even worse.
Exactly. Yeah, who wants to learn how to count?
Alright, well, MARU once again starting to get a bit aggressive here on the left side.
Oh no, every single time he tries to burrow.
Yeah, there he goes again. He's like, alright, let me try a little bit further along.
Oh
And,
no.
okay, well, it's a widow mine there. MARU, somehow, some way. Magnetic force. Oh, there we go. Don't want to miss it at the same time. There is a lot of stuff elsewhere happening. There we go. Another bit of a run by MARU once again, moving back across the field here. MARU, is this the way to do it? I don't know if it is, MARU.
Lovely Thor connections right there. Just not enough to finish off the Mutalisk. Those are really bruised, but they will recover quite quickly. And, I mean, that's the only thing Dark has left, honestly. Just looking at this, he doesn't have a hive. He doesn't have any additional upgrades coming on in. No, don't use those on the Thors, Dark. You silly
He's got
Billy.
banelings everywhere, dude. He's got them burrowed absolutely on every side of the map. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Wait, there's more. Oh, I think we missed some. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of all of them. Oh, widow mines.
Oh, left side. He's about to walk over him.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Not yet.
On the back, on the retreat. No. Okay, not gonna happen there either.
Okay, not enough. The meters are just destroying Maru's economy right now, though.
Yeah.
That's one thing to say. This is pretty much all that Maru has left of this army. He's getting the Liberators.
Oh, no, the
he lost
Thors!
the Thor!
The Thors! Only one remains now. Oh, that is devastating.
I don't want to call this a throw, but Maru has started to kind of start losing this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's still somehow... Okay, mining has continued onwards here for Dark again on this 4th base. MARU, he's still mining from one base as well. I guess both these players kind of mining from one base, and long distance mining for Dark also going on here. The army supply for MARU, though, still quite significant, right? Still has an opportunity here, I would say. Does he have Widow Mines? Yes, 3 of them. Are they all here? No, it's just one of them over here. Let's see how this goes. Alright, good splitting apart the Marines so far. The Zerglings and the Mutalisk. Actually, just mainly just Mutalisk this time around. Going for the one mining base. That is still going. There's a Thor, missile turrets and Marines there, though. And again, the 4th base for Dark gets taken out. There is another 4th base, though, on the bottom left side, but...
He's giving a little bit too much respect to Dark right now. Oh, Widowmine actually took out one of those mutos, but it's every unit for himself right now. Everything counts. Maru just really not able to reproduce his economy in any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, he will get this. He will get this 4th base once again. So he's keeping Dark down, but at this point, don't go back for the Metavat or the Mutalisk. You're not going to be able to fight that big Mutaball.
Yeah, they will just rotate around. He wants to box them in, I feel like, but it's just not working. Ooh. Uh-oh. He's splitting off. Okay, it's not gonna... Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Could have been so... Oh!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, it's not the greatest hit, but it's still something. More banelings being burrowed everywhere. Man, Dark is going crazy with the burrowed banelings. That is nuts. As he's
Yeah,
keeping Maru just busy as well, running around.
I'm actually just watching his vision right now, and it's pretty much as soon as he sees the army, he goes for the counterattack. It's literally that split-second decision. And I mean,
Oh.
Maru hasn't really had that, decision making right now. His army's running around like a chicken stuck without its head, and
Hey!
okay, hey,
Nice.
Mazel tov.
Ha
And yeah, I mean, at this point, he's just going to keep losing units to these Bane mines if he's not careful, because he's not going to have that many scans left either. Dark, though, actually mining it less somehow.
Yeah, he's mining out of those bases a lot quicker. The third base for Maru did switch up position, so he's fresh with minerals there. And Dark is just long distance mining here from the bottom right side. That's all he's got going for himself. I think Maru is doing it. I think Maru's doing it.
Doing it is a very strong term. I feel like fumbling through it is more appropriate for this game.
Slowly but surely. Oh, he's going to lose this orbital. That is rough.
No,
That's
I
a
think
lot of
that's
mule.
one of the last ones too.
There's one left. That's on the
one
mining
left
base,
at
though,
the
to be
third.
fair. Didn't manage to shut down
maybe-
the mining here, but... I mean, there's no
he can-
bases for Dark either, right? So...
Yeah, I mean, if he can hide a base in the top position, because Dark hasn't really gone up there, maybe something more can happen.
It's rough to even find money for bases right now for these players, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. They're broke. They're broke as a joke. They've expelled their trust funds, and they're now living on the streets, just in trash cans.
36 Mutalisk. 36 Mutalisk. That's quite the army that can still turn things upside down very quickly. Well, not very quickly, but just slowly and crazily.
It's gonna come down to those Thors,
Yeah.
I feel. Like, if he can get 3 good connections, that's all he needs on a bunch of boxed up mutas. That will change the game, because once that muta ball is gone, then there's literally nothing left for Dark.
Alright, here we go. Once again, a fight is going to be happening here. There's a single Thor available, but Mutalisk not going to go for it this time around. Again, Maru rotating back. He is just continuously attempting to get these Mutalisk. Could this be the moment? Ah, Dark, he's just too good with the micro here. Again, just rotating around. Casually just moving those Mutalisk out of harm's way. And, yeah. Even picking off some of the Marines as he's flying there.
Indeed. And I mean, yeah, at this point, every unit counts. Maru has a 30 army supply advantage, but he's just not really been able to utilize it at all. Can he... Does he have a... Okay, he still has his starport, which is important. So that he can replenish those medevacs if he loses them. That's pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, he's
yeah,
got
I mean,
12
if you're
of
gonna...
them.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna box these units in, if you're gonna try and do something with them, then you're gonna have to commit to it a lot more and stop going for these kind of attacks, because, you know, you're always leaving those mutas a way out.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Dark has been really good with just overall positioning of those Mutalisk, though. Like, he is not letting them
Here we
get
go.
caught out. This could be a big fight here. The Thor does come in. The Marines may not be plentiful enough underneath. I don't think they are. This is... Oh, in comes the reinforcements, though. That could be enough here. Did
Yeah,
Dark
at
just...
this point, it looks like Maru's just decided to pull the trigger. He doesn't have a scan, so he's got to be careful of pretty much everything. But we are in a base race situation. Which side will win it? Dark does have more minerals, so he will be able to throw down even more buildings. But, I mean, without those scans, are you going to really be able to do this?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
gotta
the last
repair
base.
the command
That's
center
it.
goes down. He has no money at all. This is it. Maru for the home stretch right now. Needs to get himself on this one base that is still mining.
Dark has done it, I feel.
Six more
Just the
Mutalisk.
fact that Maru hasn't seen that.
6 more Mutalisk. Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Okay, going for that base. I mean, he still has a lot of other buildings here, right? Dark doesn't have that much anymore.
Yeah, but he can just burrow off of that. But oh, you're right. There's not that many buildings left.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Spire, the Spore there. It's an Extractor over here. And then it's basically the Hatchery. That's all he's got left. It's 1 Hatchery and 1 Extractor left now for Dark.
The extractor goes down.
Oh my god, it's just this 1 Hatchery now. Okay, he's building another. Okay. He's building another one.
Okay, he built another extractor. That's good. The buildings are flying around for MARU, just going to try and buy himself time. The hatchery goes down, but now Dark, he just used up the rest of his bank on this hatchery, on this stuff. He's going to try and hide a couple of these drones as well.
Smart. Oh, the Baneling Landmine there! Did you see that? He's got the tail end of it. Oh, more Baneling Landmines here! Oh, the brilliance, man! Oh my god, leading those Marines into the Baneling Landmines. That was nuts. That was ridiculous. Oh, yeah. The strategy. I mean, there's no scans at all for MARU either, so there's no way for him to deal with this. There's another hatchery going down here. I think you're right. I think Dark has done it definitely now. I don't see a way to come back now at all.
Yep, GG should be called here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. +1, +2. Nah. But, yeah, I mean, Dark did it very well. Just keeping that mutable into that critical mass was so important. These were the linchpin of his army. It was fantastic play. MARU just really too indecisive.
I love this. Just making hatcheries on all the corners here. So you've even got another one burrowed, another drone burrowed over here because, I mean, MARU cannot do anything else. There it is. GG is called. Well played. He knew if there was another hatchery around, that is going to be it. Dark takes the lead here. After 28 minutes of both these players being almost sub 100 supply almost. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, but with that game, we do go up to match point for Dark. So a potential final game going to be coming up next. Stick around, guys. We're not going on break. I'm just saying stick around because I know you want to.
Yep. Fairly certain everyone wants to. Man, those burrowed banelings. We had so many burrowed banelings. I have more burrowed banelings in this one game right now than I've had in, I don't know, like multiple months of casting. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness. Every time I see that, my Terran heart drops immensely, but then my fan heart goes way up. Because that's like one of the worst things that could happen.
Yeah, but he did it so well as well. Just those Mutalisks continuously just luring those Marines into the right position and beautifully done.
Fantastic play. Just congratulations to Dark on that one.
Yeah, Death Alright going to be map number 4 with Dark in a good position here.
Do we know? Wow, we're on the front page. Hi, front page.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? I think we must have been on the front page for a while now. Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, I think we're the highest. I think we're the biggest following on the. Okay, never mind. Barely. We're holding up the StarCraft 2 community though. But, yep, just waiting on into the new to say go, so that we can get this game underway.
I hope it won't be too long, because it has been a long day. It has been one hell of a long day. If anything else, I mean, the AlphaX Trovo channel is going to have a lot of viewer hours from today. That is for sure. What are they saying?
They're saying thank you, and me too.
Oh, alright. Thought they would trash talk each other more.
Yeah, but by the way, guys, so they're playing at this point for the $600 grand prize. Right now, as it stands, they have already confirmed that they have won at least $300 for this prize pool, and that's a pretty good chunk of change, especially for Korea.
Yeah, I mean, just for, what, a day as well, right? Day's work. Day of honest hard work, to be fair, but they are
Yeah.
definitely putting in the hours here.
Fantastic. And taking a look. Okay. Just making sure that we get everything all set up and ready to go. All right, here we go.
Game number 4. This man here needs to win 2 games in a row. He's going for it once again. Those 2 SCVs moving across. He's the Red Terran from Team NV. He is MARU.
And his opponent down here in the top position, he is Dragon Phoenix Gaming Dark. Judo Jungshil Jomyo. Bathroom break for me too. Oh, thanks. Riverside. Okay. So 2 racks down here. Once again, he's not fully overcommitting, but I do like that Dark is on a direct path to see this. This is going to help him get the defense down much, much quicker.
Yep. Let's see. We'll be spotting this. This time around, we'll be seeing this. And I mean, it didn't even matter the last time he didn't see it. Still won that game, didn't he?
Yeah, by a landslide too.
Well, landslide. I don't know.
I'm kidding, of course.
He got pretty down to the wire there. You got 1 hatchery left. 1 hatchery left.
Wait a minute. He did do two proxy hats last game, didn't he?
No.
It turned into
2 proxy racks, right?
Yeah, 2 proxy rats.
Reg?
No, English. It's only my first language, so
right.
I can't speak it that well. But
I got
he
you.
did 2 proxy 2 racks last time,
Yeah.
and it went into a 30-minute game. So exactly like I said was gonna happen.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! But
crazy.
okay.
Oh,
So once again, Dark is going to pull all the drones. He's going to get the cancel
That's
on the
fine.
bunkers. So I don't think Maru is really going to
He's not starting a
stick with this. I don't think he feels like he needs to.
Yeah, I guess he
Wait.
doesn't.
All right. Yeah, he makes enough lings to kind of clean this up, and now if he wants to, he can go across the map and get a little bit of poking done because there's not going to be really too much there. Also, nice supply block there.
Okay, I mean, this is probably one of the worst ways this could go here for Maru. He's gonna try to commit with a couple of these Marines. The Marines actually could take on these Queens for the time being. There's no Zerglings here to help out. Drones will have to be pulled. Let's see how many drones still get targeted down. A couple of Zerglings now coming in as well on the back foot of things. Only 3 workers. That is acceptable losses there for Dark. Keeping both of the Queens around as well. Very good stuff.
Yeah, it's important to keep the queens alive because you do need those larvae to kind of recover because you did kind of delay your economy a little bit to defend that. So just really good play from Dark here. I think Maru should just decide to go on home and yeah, try and play it out. Try and re-macro up. He's still producing. What is he doing, this madman?
Definitely curious. And, oh, Dark gonna try to punish his opponents here for being that aggressive. Roach Warren on the way. But maybe Maru's gonna be in an okay position to counteract that. He's got the starport here. Thought he was gonna go straight up for the tech lab, but first Viking in order to get rid of the Overlord. Not back shouts either, of course. Can work out. There they go. There go the 2 barracks.
Yep, a little bit of scouting, and I think that's going to be the most important thing here because Maru, I think, is just going to be pumping out Hellions for right now. And yeah, I don't know if you know this, but it's pretty much just like a nice, relaxing day at the sauna when a Hellion meets a Roach. Literally does nothing.
I have seen like some small situations though where Hellions they do hold against the Roaches. but you need to have perfect AoE damage, right? So the roaches would have to be
Right.
all on top of the ramp, and then all the Hellions just really have to hold their own on top of that ramp area, so they get perfect splash damage, and that's the one way that it could potentially still work out. You also need
Indeed,
SCVs
indeed.
and a couple of Marines there to kind of tank damage and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Plus, Blue Flame wouldn't hurt it either. But
Yeah.
yeah, but you know, we've got a lot of roaches, and like you were saying, I think he's gonna try and get this push going before Maru really has a chance to respond. But his window is closing very fast.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if Dark wants to go for any type of a roach attack anymore. I mean, he's gone for the lay attack here. He's droning up rather heavily, right? So he's got a third base now. I think he's just going to go for the late game. He may just go for the Roach Hydra play again.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of his signatures. Hellion's actually gonna get a couple of good connections too. So nice roasty toasty dronies.
Ooh, that's stacking up quite nicely indeed.
Okay. So you get a little bit more on your investment there. Nine workers going there.
Yeah, solid stuff, solid stuff. Puts him in a really good position here, I would say. Still has the double Banshee as well coming across, so I mean another bit of potential damage right there could put Maru in a good position here. There's no Spore Crawlers in the third base, so there's no Overseers either. Are there? Oh wait, there's one. Okay, no, never mind. There's one right on top of those, on top of the Queen.
Yeah, you still gotta be careful because one queen does not equal two banshees. It's like a cat fight in that situation there. But I digress. As Dark, he's gonna get 10 more workers on the go. Maru not really gonna be able to push in there, so he feels safe enough to do so, and that's gonna put him at that really nice lead count that you want as the Zerg player. 70 workers. Now you just can start pumping out as many army units as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, both these players kind of right now in a playable position again, right? So it's nice to have that as a potential final game. Nothing crazy of like a roach attack or just the 2 racks finishing it off here. Just straight up play once again from both these players. A lot of roaches are in production right now. He's making the +1/+1. It could be that Dark wants to try and hit a timing here with the +1/+1, but he's also making a hive attack, so muddying the waters here a little bit. No lurk attack yet, though.
Yeah, just pure roaches at this point. He does have the Hydralisk Den, so that's going to help out quite immensely. But yeah, he might start the Lurker Den when the hive's a little bit more complete. We did see a small run by, get a little bit of damage done, but yeah, now Maru's going to be going on the attack, and I don't know how much he can get done, but the Roach is not in position for this.
Could this be a mistake that he just forgot about the Lurker Den? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to get Vipers?
That would be pretty nice, but I do feel that you do need those Lurkers with this composition. Like, those Roaches are going to start being a lot worse as time goes on. And I mean, Maru has a 1-1 upgrade lead, although he has not started +2 because he doesn't have his armory finished yet. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll
Small
be.
mistakes. Just small mistakes here and there. It's really interesting.
To be fair, it did start off with a weird turn, right? So it's not the regular casual macro game where all the timings are in sync, and it's, you know, the game they've played a gazillion times.
Oh.
Except for Maru, maybe.
Yeah, here we go, though. Maru trying to jump up that ramp, getting rebuffed by those roaches. They just now get the upgrades 1-1. And 12 more on the way. He did start that Lurker Den eventually, but Now the question is, will he have enough to defend multiple locations, as we do have a couple of Banshees hanging out as well to get some more damage done.
Yeah, I'm aiming to see if there's a 5th base on the way here, as the 4th base for MARU is about to finish up. It's coming in with a lot of these Marines here. The Marines, I mean, they do really well against this type of Roach army. Especially with the siege tanks still in the back. Those siege tanks getting closer and closer. Would like to see this one siege up as well. There we go. And a secondary attack into Medivacs loaded up. Will be... Oh, actually, he's going to go for a double drop here. Yeah, look at that. Drop into the main base as well.
Yeah, again, just abusing the fact that these lurkers are completely immobile right now. He is getting the speed for them, but look at this. He's just going to snipe the hive.
Oh my god, if he gets it. He should get it, right? Don't you dare let that live.
Oh,
16 HP! Wow. That is rough. You're going to be kicking yourself for that one.
He picked up at the wrong time.
That is such a painful moment. Just trying to avoid the Ravager Biles, but oof. Oh, there he goes. He's back.
No, transfuses.
Transfuse. Oh, just saving the day, Maru. That is so rough. If this was a ladder game, I would just tap out right then and there.
Yeah, that's an F10 end move right there. But he does get the Carapace upgrade, which is pretty nice. That's going to mean those lurkers are a lot less tanky versus the transition into Marauders and Siege Tanks. So that's going to help out. But you know, MARU doesn't really have a lot of production at this time either. Even on 4 base, he's just now adding on those additional racks.
Yeah, true. It's a good point. Fair point to make. Just double checking every game whether or not Dark goes for the quick burrow before the range upgrade. It's like, I mean, if you're playing defensively with the lurkers, you don't need to necessarily continuously burrow and unburrow. It just feels more advantageous to have that range upgrade, but still interesting. In he goes again. That hive tech now finally gets destroyed.
Okay.
This precious prize does get achieved here. We'll trade out okay as well against the rest of the units here, moving into the main base. Not quite sure what's going on this right side too. Medivacs are there, not quite doing their job entirely. Not sure if Dark knows about this. He doesn't know about this. There we go. There's the stim. We'll be able to shut that base down as well, and that keeps this on a actually base advantage for MARU right now. Yeah, with that hive tech kill right there, that is pretty darn good. We still have how many Vipers? 4 of them. Okay, that seems like it will be enough for at least a little bit, but can't afford to lose them.
Yeah, we do see Dark going for a big attack right here. A couple of good yoinks, but those siege tanks are still going to get a couple of shots off, so they're going to go down quite quickly, and Dark's supply is just absolutely plummeting right now. I don't know if this is kind of that GG timing where you feel like you can't win it, so you just go for a big attack, but you know, he has secured a small position. He just needs to get up that ramp, which is a very tall task for him. He doesn't really have a lot here.
Yeah, the Viper's really the main ticket to some sort of a victory on this front at the moment. Oh, the Ghost Snipes though, nicely picking off those Vipers. And yeah, that may shut down the potential here for Dark for a quick early victory. May want to consider just moving backwards here. And we'll not be upset about that at all. There we go, another Abduct. MARU takes care of the right flank though. Those lurkers did get picked off, but more lurkers on the left side here. An entirely new base ready for the picking. And all those SCVs also going down here. MARU's starting to go from bad to worse actually with these bases under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, losing that 4th is pretty bad. He does have a couple of replacements though, so it's not as bad as it could be. 24 workers going down, but MARU was already over 80. All things considered, I don't think he's in a terrible position, but I do think this is kind of the point where he's going to start playing it a little bit more turtley.
Hmm.
Just go for that composition where he can stay safe inside his own base. I don't think that he's going to be really out on the map any more than he has been.
Yeah.
Just because you can't really push out now as Dark's starting to max out once again.
That's a good point.
Beautiful.
He's finding some stuff though, overall. I mean, it's surprising that he is doing this, concerning all the lurkers absolutely everywhere. But, oh, there we go. That's a good shot right there. Coming on this base. That's not going to get taken out, but... You know, it's still nice that he is able to get out on the map, right? With some medevacs here. Relieves some of the pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of all he can do. No, like, relieve some of that pressure. Hope Dark doesn't really take any more expansions, which, by the way, Dark has been a little bit slow to kind of recover into. I don't like how Dark is kind of segmenting these lurkers into such small numbers. It's allowing MARU to pick them off one at a time. But yeah, we do see a small drop as well at the 4th base starting to do a little bit of work.
Good pick up
Actually,
there.
5th base.
Yeah, I'm not even sure which number it is anymore at this point. There's too many bases. Dark has been able to gain quite a bit of control on this side of the map, so that is definitely going his favor. The line of lurkers here, kind of agree with you. It's gonna be easy for MARU to snipe them off, but I mean, imagine if it works, right? If it works, that means that MARU's just not going to be able to get past a 4 base count, and that on its own could mean victory as well for Dark here.
And just kind of starve him out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Another kill on that base.
Yeah, MARU is he's trying things, which is admirable. The Lings not really doing as much damage as they could, and the reason for that is they don't have that adrenal glands. They don't have +2 either. He only just now got the hive remade, so you know, it's an uphill slope for MARU, but it's still a doable uphill slope if he can get these little connections, like taking down the lurkers, keeping Dark's unit count pretty low. Taking fights like that, though, is going to be the death of him.
Okay, more Zerglings actually coming in for the siege tanks. Yeah, some hungry Zerglings. Not even bailing speed available here after 17 minutes. That is always kind of funky to see. But yeah, a good amount of SCVs there being found as well. Of course, those siege tanks, they are oh so important to deal with the late game Zerg army composition with all those lurkers. But I suppose there's less targets to abduct now with for the Vipers. So
I don't think Dark has enough larva either. Like I'd have to see how much he's injecting, but kind of just looking at this, 36. He's only got 36 lings on the production tab. He can't really afford too much more. And yeah, he's gonna keep these attacks going though. That's kind of his big draw right now. I'm taking a look at his vision, and he's just all over the place with his eyes. It's always fun to watch the player's point of view in this situation.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, I mean, let's take a step back here, Passer. I mean, MARU, he managed to secure another base here, right? Sure, he did lose a lot of workers on this 3rd/4th base of his, but he did manage to secure another base, and that is really what he needed to do, and achieving that really does keep him in this game right here. He's got a good army supply as well, of course, to boot. That is also one of the points that has to happen. But yeah, it is quite the important thing that he did get his economy back in line. Now, he's going to lose most of his army here, though. That is quite brutal, the engagements right now. Actually, a lot of the Zerglings from the left side not engaging at the same time. I thought it was going to be a lot cleaner of a fight for Dark, but
yeah, well. That's pretty rough. MARU's going to keep this attack going as well. He's got those ghosts, which just don't die unless you really hit them hard with the Baneling count. Losing the Viper as well. I think at this point, your best bet is going to be that transition into the infestors, getting that fungal growth on a lot of these units. You just need some sort of AoE in order to take this some more. But here we go. Dark once again going to be going for a huge counterattack, and he's going to be able to clean up that base no problem in the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom left side now. I mean, not there for very long, is it? And the other base now is well under a lot of pressure. All those SCVs, if they go down, that could be horrendous. Just a small outcropping of Terran still remaining here on the top right side. They do manage to pick off a base, but if MARU also loses those units now, that could be the final blow. He needs to get them back to safety, I would say. There we go. Into those medefacts. That's right. Get back to your home base. Bring everything together again and try to establish another push on the left side this time around.
Yeah, taking a look at the supply, like 165 to 127. Little misleading because a lot of that supply is in Lings. But, I mean, even so...
Things can do quite a bit, Passer. They are right now.
I know it.
That run by is looking rather deadly. Again, just Dark continuously with the run bys. He is merciless with this.
I do like how MARU is a bit more committed this time, though. He is not going home with a good chunk of his army. He is still trying to keep that damage going. The siege tank is going to lift up, to try and get that done. But the bases are completely under threat. Unfortunately for Dark, he doesn't have anything that shoots up, but I don't even think it matters as, yeah, MARU supply 66 to 117. What is this game?
It's again a pretty darn crazy one. Army supply is somewhat equal still, but I mean that is prone to change very quickly with one misstep from either of these players right at this moment. Dark, he doesn't have much mining going on. He will have in a moment one single mining base. Same goes for MARU, but he only has 9 workers, so his problem is more so that he just doesn't have the units to mine with. So it's also a big problem, really.
Yeah, I mean, Dark double the army supply as well.
31.
Oh my goodness.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. We're seeing Dark play this bloody well. This is quite something. 5 workers there being safe. That is kind of funny. He had more than half his worker count in a single command center right there. Stocked up, like huddled together, trying not to die.
People asking why MARU can't wall off. It's for the reason that he just doesn't have the money to do it anymore, and now his production is completely gone. This is kind of like an old man base race situation where both sides are just really tired, so they can't really have an actual proper fight. So they just kind of start slapping each other and hope it works.
Alright, yeah, I think Dark's gonna hold on here. Look at that. There's actually normal lurkers here underneath. What else does he still have? There they are. Okay, that's his army. Yeah,
that's it.
That should be it. That should be it right here. Zerglings as well coming in. Not much against the Zerglings. No Marines here. As they get on top of everything. GG is called. Dark takes it 3-1 versus MARU as well. Are you kidding me, Dark? Welcome back. Welcome back to the land of the pros. And what a game. What a game there in the end to finish it off with.
That was incredible.